welcome to the Old Farts League, the Pumpkin Bash tonight, race number 1. Be a 30-lap shootout, no cautions. And this should be a very interesting race here. A lot of good drivers in the field I've been noticing tonight, Ed. I guess I need to welcome you into the booth with me there. My cohort and fellow commentator, Ed Hewitt. Welcome, Ed. Hey,
thank you very much there, Rudy. Checking out the track positions and seeing a lot of good drivers out there. You're right, Rudy. Looking at our track at Talladega Super Speedway. The length of our track is 2.66 miles. Turns 4. It's partly cloudy here tonight, Rudy, or today, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Miles per hour, we have 2 miles per hour. The wind, a little wind gust there, but not much. They shouldn't upset these cars at all, Rudy.
Exactly, yeah. It should be a very good race. I see a lot of really good drivers out there. Quite a few of them that I know, Ed. Terry Ballinger, Dave Swindel, Don King, RG and LG Whaley, and RW Ziegler out there. Michael D'Amico. So a lot of different guys that I know that I've raced around quite a few years, or quite a while now, I should say. So good to see them all out on the track, and looks like they're having a great time here. Everybody doubled up going around the track and drafting very well and safely around each other, even 3 wide.
Now during that new draft, that new setup this week, can't they, Rudy? You can't pull up one car or 2 trucks here. It has to be single file, isn't it now?
Pretty much. I guess the tandem drafting is that or whatever. But this in here tonight, what they're running is no push. You're not allowed to push at all. Period.
Okay.
So we will. Not that we're admins, we don't want to look out for that, but it's something that they're going to be looking for. They've got admins that will be watching on the track to make sure nobody is pushing. And I just wanted to say, this being race 1, and running 30 laps, no caution.
Oh boy, it's going to be a good race.
Okay, they're allowed to push if they lose the lead path. I'm sorry, Tommy, just corrected me.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, man. So here's my thing. Somebody got to be pushing somebody to get that truck up on the high side and give him a little. I thought, when you do that kind of pack racing, and if you truck's on the low side, Rudy, the guy would push and stop pushing him if he's out front, and the truck on the high side would push for a few minutes to get him going. So I guess everybody runs a little different racing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're not allowed to do that now unless they need to get caught back up to the path.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. So I guess
it's going to be interesting racing tonight, Rudy.
Yes, it is. Yes. And they'll take these and go into segment 2 of this tournament, the Pumpkin Bash, and continue on for another 30-lap segment with no cautions. And then the final segment is 15 laps, no caution. And that is 4 o'clock. They have a beautiful clock. I've seen it on the website that they're giving away to the winners. It's really, really sharp looking. I like it a lot. Wish I was out there racing for it.
Oh, maybe next time we can get out there and somebody could watch us, and commentate a little racing. But you know what, Rudy? We have a lot of fun up in the booth, man. We've been doing it so long. We go, like I said, we always go to different races, and we love going to races where it's clean and we can have fun commentating without having a bunch of yellows, or cautions after cautions. We've been in so many races, it just makes a bad commentating night for us because nobody likes going to a caution after caution. If you get a good driver, it can settle in and take your time and don't worry about winning on the first lap and just having a good clean race. That's awesome for us to even watch something like that.
Oh yeah, it makes it a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable in the booth when you see it's all about the driver out there, and racing clean and keeping the fenders intact on them trucks, and not bringing out the caution. I like to see them going 3 and 4 wide, and pushing these trucks for all that they can push them for, trying to get that top spot, no matter what they got to do, 2, 3, 4 wide. And, yeah, it looks like they've got one heck of a pack going here. They've been going for quite a few laps now. I haven't seen anybody waver off of anything to cause any wrecks or anything.
Oh, we got a crack right there. Looks like the 23 came down a little bit. Yeah, you had to say so, but they were doing an awful job. Looks like the 23 got broken up loose there and come down.
I jinxed it. Damn.
Rudy, you always do that to me.
I had to do that, didn't I? I had to get back and watch that replay here.
Maybe I was wrong. Look, maybe it was the 9, Rudy.
I'm going to slow it down. It looks like the 9 come up into that spot and tap the 23 in the side. Yep, you're right, Ed. Looks like the 23 drifted up the hill just a little bit and left a hole open there, and the 9 stuck his nose in there and tapped the 23 and started the whole mess.
Yeah, that's what I saw it too. I said, I need a 23 tonight. I looked at it again. Oh, 9 came up to that 23. To get the 23 had nowhere to go, but hit the wall and bounced back off the wall and back in down to the low line there.
Well, that broke up that pack after quite a few laps. They ran side by side. Very, that was awesome seeing them guys run like that.
Yeah, that's called good racing right there. And poor Donald King there didn't have no driving the truck 23 truck didn't have nowhere to go but bounce off, and the 9 came up there a little bit and then bounced back down into that low lane. So, well, get the damage all fixed up and get them back out there and let them do some more practicing.
Yes, sir. They got 2 minutes left to practice until they go qualifying. Now they're going to have 5 minutes to qualify, Ed, and after qualifying, there's going to be about a 5-minute break. Okay, from what I'm understanding, and then they're going to run their 30-lap race, and then after the 30-lap race, then they're going to be taking about a 10-minute break. They need to get everybody transferred over into the next segment, and then we will be back into the next segment, and that'll be race number 2. So, yeah, this is I don't believe they're going to have any practice or anything in that one. I don't know that for sure, but you know, they'll probably be lined up on the grid and ready to rock and roll. So it should go pretty fast with no cautions, the quick lineups like that. You know, they're only going to qualify this one time.
Okay.
So this should be kind of fun, I think.
Yes, I think it would be. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, I wish me and you were in there, but we can't be in 2 places at once.
That's right. We say that week after week, don't we, Ed? Man, we wish we could be in there racing.
Look, a couple miles into that race. It looks good, man.
But, yep, you're right. We can't be in there and doing what we're doing. So, but, you know, I have just as much fun doing this as I do racing. But, you know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, Rudy. Like I always say, bring the hogs home.
Yep. So, yeah, this will be fun. So right now we got Ed Ballinger on the pole, or on the hot spot, I should say. For some reason, I'm not showing. I'm not showing Dave Swindel's time or anything. And I noticed that earlier when it wasn't picking up his speed or anything. It's a glitch in iRacing.
We're going green. Look at you guys. Let's go racing. So here we go again, Rudy. They're going out there and testing those trucks out there on that track again, and we'll see what happens. How many laps they get in for somebody makes a stupid move and let's wreck somebody.
3 wide down the front stretch right now. Oof, almost 4 wide. Look at that, Ed. Almost 4 wide going down the front stretch.
You looking good, man. 3x3x3. Let's roll.
That was amazing. I love to see that. Well, you know you
do too.
You got good drivers out on the track. They can do that. Look at that, 4 wide coming down the back stretch. Wow.
I like some of the paint schemes out here tonight, Rudy. Very colorful.
Yes, definitely. That 17 truck is really cool. I think. I like that one. Let's see, that would be James Harrington.
Uh-huh.
And it's on the point right now. That's kind of a cool looking job. Yeah, we're always looking for cool paint jobs. We look around and, you know, you see guys, they take a lot of time and pride into these. I know you do, Ed. You take a lot of pride in your paint jobs that you do, and some of these other guys you can relate to. They take pride in those too.
Oh yeah, because you know it's a lot of work. I mean, it don't matter. It could take some painters can do it in a couple hours. Some people can do it in an hour. I guess I'm one of those particular kind of guys. It'd probably take me 2 days to paint a truck or a car. You know what I mean? Because I'm so into that kind of designs that you paint and make it look nice when it hits the track, I guess.
This is all about keeping your car intact. Resets, I don't know about resets. In a race like this with no cautions, resets are really you gotta keep the fender running, keep it up because if you have to pit or get towed to the pit, you're not going to finish well. With no cautions, you're not going to finish good.
Oh no, exactly. You could be way back in the field by then, Rudy, and it's going to be hard to catch up unless you got a partner you can draft with to catch back up to that pack. That's the only reason you ever fall back. If you do fall back by yourself, good luck trying to get back up there.
Yeah, for sure. There's still quite a pack of buckets going here. Trucks going on here, doing quite well. We're stuck in single file, but we've got a couple on the high side here. Dave Swindel and Gary Shank. Looks like they're hooked up and rolling along here together. But no pushing.
I don't know. No pushing there, Rudy. That's another thing. I think I would just set online. Make sure you got a partner, like I always talk about. Make sure you get a partner. Save your equipment. It's not worth it chewing the tires off this thing. It's a long race. Just be patient and make the moves at like 5 or maybe 6 to go. You know what I mean? That's why I make my move. I just be following right now.
3 wide, coming out of turn 4.
He made it through there, Rudy.
A little bit of dancing around, but for the most part, I think everybody's pretty hooked up and rolling along pretty good there, though.
Yeah, they are, really. And you know what? The wind off these trucks are unbelievable. You might be following somebody going into turns, and all of a sudden that truck wants to wobble. Boy, you got your hands full. Yep. Because you get so much air off the bottom side and off that wall. It just like shifts that truck back and forth. Sorry, Rudy.
Oh, well, you're all right.
A little background noise. Oh, we got one down. Whoa, saved it. Almost saved it. 4 almost saved it.
Oh, man, look at that. Big old pile up there.
Yeah, before he almost saved it. Got a little loose there and got a little wobbly there from that wall. And that's why I talk about the air. The air is unbelievable. Well, they'll stack them up and try it again. That was a good long green one right there, though.
Well, I'll rack them up in the pits and do it again.
You know, that's another thing, good thing about, you know, running these tracks out, Rudy. The driver in the front and the driver in the middle and the driver at the end of the track can lay messages to their partner. Some say, listen, I got to go up high, I got to go low, we're checking up. But just keep these cars in line and keep them all getting kind of wiggly-woggly and keep them somewhat straight on the track itself, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And please, guys, that's my big talk about too, is a relation and getting those messages out there to each driver that, you know, you're on the track with, so he knows what's going on in front of you, because he can't really see your front of your truck, you know what I mean, unless you check up or get into somebody. Gives him a little braking time, gets him out of the way, and he don't try to get in that wreck.
Still got quite a little pack of trucks going on here, though, Ed.
Yeah, the ones up in the front still, yeah, they're still working, rolling.
6 or 7 of them here still running together. 7 of them. And doing quite well here. Everybody kind of shifting around. And I think probably one of the first things they're going to want to do when they get out there is they're going to want to look for a partner, like you said, Ed. Not for pushing, but just somebody to draft with, because if you lose the draft, you're going to be out of the race in no time. Some of these guys already, you know, just in practice here, trying different partners out, and see which ones they work the best with. Practice left here until we get down to the qualifying time. I think everybody's gonna try to put down a good qualifying lap. May have some that non-qualifiers. Some maybe even want to start on a pit road. It's hard to tell. You know, everybody has a different strategy. They shouldn't have to worry about fuel because we're going 30 laps, and you can get a 30 laps out of the tank of fuel easily.
No, I think you're right, Rudy. They'll stretch 30 laps out there for sure. The only thing I would be watching is, like I always talk about, saving the equipment, who you're drafting with, and be cautious all the time around you, because like I said, if these trucks get so much air off the bottom between the walls, and especially when you're going through, you have the 44 come down a little bit into the.
Took them right out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, see you later. They're off the track.
Well, some of the ones that I've been kind of watching, Ed, that you know I kind of want to look out for, that I think is going to be, some good ones to watch. I'm going to say Ed Ballinger's a good one, and Dave Swindel. But I wouldn't count out Terry Ballinger. I know Terry Ballinger is a good racer. And I think him and Ed, I'm not sure if him and Ed are brothers. Well, I'm not sure. But they're both good racers. So
yeah, 10-4, Rudy.
I would say, you know, those probably be my top 3 that I would pick. You know, I'm not counting out any of these other guys because all these guys are good.
Oh yeah, exactly, Rudy.
Some guys just have more experience. You know, there's a lot of things that come into play on this, Ed. You know, you've got obviously drafting partners, okay, and then you've got how well you run around others, and how well you run in a pack, because this is going to be very much into pack racing, okay, and how well you can handle that 2, 3, 4 wide, you know, and keeping your truck steady, trusting the guy on your inside or outside. it's going to mean a lot. Trusting the guy there, you know.
Yeah, exactly, Rudy. That's what we always talk about, you know, every time we go somewhere, man. Trusting your partner, trusting where he goes, you know. Yep. Like I always said, lay the message, tell him what's going on in front of you, because if you're going to move up high, you want to let your partner know, say, I'm moving up high, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Yep. Communication is a big key, you know.
It sure is, Rudy, and we talk about that week after week. Communication, saving your equipment, try not to chew those tires up, you know what I mean? And stay where you're safe on the track. It doesn't mean you have to, like we always talk about, Rudy, you don't have to win the race on the first lap.
That's right.
Let's ride for a while. You know what I mean? Let's ride for a while. Let's have some fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hang on to that lead pack, you know, as close as you can hang on to it. And like you said, save it for the last 5, 6, 7 laps, you know, and then make your move.
Yeah, then you can start putting the hammer down and say, let's go, man. We're either going to win or we're going to stay in the back.
I see a lot of light paint jobs out here, too,
Notice a lot of different paint schemes out here. Some of these I just like.
Yeah. Those are pretty cool.
Okay, we have be right back. I gotta go to the stand there and get a drink.
All right. All right, 3.5 minutes till qualifying, folks.
That's going to get down and dirty, Rudy.
lot of guys practicing their pit stops. Not that they'll need them in this race, but the second segment they will, because they're only going to have 50% fuel. So they will be having to make one pit stop in the next segment. So,
oh boy.
And I don't think we're going to see any tire changes. I think it's just going to be a fuel stop only. Maybe a couple gallons. Some people might maybe take right side tires. It really doesn't cost you any more time to take 2 tires, you know, when you're topping off your tank like that.
Yeah, exactly, because it's going to take the same amount of time as doing 2 tires and getting fuel.
Yeah, about, you know, between 6 and 7 seconds, and they can change 2 tires at the same time they're putting in the fuel. So, you know, we may see a little bit of the 2 tire change. We may not see any. I don't think I would do any, because it does kind of change how your truck feels.
Oh, it sure does. Don't try to get that truck loosen up. If you got it just right, I know I've been noticing too, Rudy, by filling up, my truck gets so, my car gets so loose to about 5-6 laps. Then it straightens itself out because the fuel load goes down.
Right. Yep. You're starting to burn a little bit of that fuel off.
But now we make the truck a little lighter, so it makes it take so much weight on the tires. Keep saying to myself, Rudy, I'm gonna get to this track one of these days. It's the Dagger track. This is my favorite track.
It's a beautiful place. You would die. Oh man, it would just be like you wouldn't want to leave. It's just
man.
It's amazing. My wife and I went there finally, and we were up on the top deck. Boy, it was hot up there. But you could see the whole track.
Wow.
It was just, there wasn't a bad seat up there on that top deck. You could see the back stretch and everything. It was cool.
Only 3 tracks I've been to. It's out there in Florida, Daytona, Phoenix, and New Hampshire. This is my favorite track. This is where I win a lot of races. And when I, you know, driving on iRacing or Enter 2003, it's my favorite track. It's my favorite track to push on. And that's, I just love the track, you know, in general.
Yeah, it's a good wide track. You know, one thing it is taken out of the variable is you don't have to lift off that throttle. You know, and you know, the more things you can take out of the variable for me, the better off I am.
Yeah, me too, Rudy.
So, all right, well, looks like their practice is over. Now they're going to be heading to qualifying.
Sure thing, we are, Rudy.
So we'll pop this up and we're going to watch and see if we can see where everybody qualifies here. And I think we're probably going to see a few non-qualifiers, Ed, guys that just want to start in the back and ride for a little while and see where that takes them.
Oh, exactly.
That's what I like to do. I like to just kind of ride in the back and chill out a little bit and see where, you know, let everybody race it out and see where everybody's going to finish. Looks like we've got about 30 guys signed up, so
that's going to be a good field.
Yeah, a pretty nice field. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Dave Swindel on the pole. Either him or Ed Ballinger. Again, folks, if you're just joining us, this is race 1 of the Pumpkin Bash, sponsored by Old Farts League, and they will be running 3 segments in this. This first one here they're qualifying for is a 30-lapper, no cautions, and they're not allowed to push unless they get out of the draft of the lead pack. Then they're allowed to push up to the pack, but other than that, no pushing. Then they will be going on to the second segment, which is another 30 laps, no caution. And then on to the third segment of 15 laps, no cautions. Now there is a little change in the second segment. The first segment they have 100% fuel. Second segment they only have 50% fuel. So it's going to that'll make them have to pit one time in that second segment. And we'll try to get a word in with the winner after each segment, possibly just with the winner, to congratulate them and congratulate them and tell them to move on to the second round. So far there, Ed, we've got Dave Swindel on the pole with a 50.984.
Oh, did he drop that right off the edge?
Man, I'm telling you, that's a fast lap. Don't look like anybody's going to have anything for old Dave Swindel up there on that pole. Closest is what, about 17 1/1000ths of a second back to second place. So very tight field. And his top 10 is like within 1/10 of a second of each other. Wow, that's fast. All right, so we're going to get up here to our leader, our pole sitter, as soon as he grids. We'll try to give a rundown of the field here. Everybody making sure that they've got all their settings right, their steering ratio, and make sure they're seated in their seat good, ready for this 30 lapper. Going to be a long one. 30 laps don't seem like very many laps, but at a 2.66 mile track, that's a long ways to go.
Oh, it sure is, Rudy.
Whoa.
You might give him a little line up there, Rudy, if you don't mind, up at least 10th place there.
Yeah, I was just waiting for our pole setter here to grid up. So Dave Swindel starting.
He's gridded. Yep, he's gridded now.
Dave Swindel starting on the pole. And, well, hell, we can't. I guess I can't do that. I forget how I did this. Okay, anyhow, what we're going to do, just go back through the field. All right, Dave Swindel on the pole with a 50.983. In second spot, the 74 of Doug Moore. In third, the 03 of Derek Cormier. In fourth place, the 88 of Terry Ballinger. In fifth, the 56 of Joe Fisher. In sixth, the 92 of Michael Campbell. In seventh, the 9 of Kevin Utley. In eighth, the 25 of Gary Shank. In ninth, the 13 of Frank Gramul. I can't even pronounce that. Sorry. In 10th place, the number 4 of Robert Felzine. In 11th,
yep.
the 44 of David Bowden. In 12th, Dave Miranda in the 01. In 13th, the 66 of Tom Heveron. In 14th, the 62 of Michael D'Amico. In 15th, the 17 of James Harrington. In 16th, number 21 of Ed Ballinger. In 17th, the 84 of Gerald Carell. In 18th, the 5 of Mark Robertson. In 19th, the 91 of Kevin Baker. In 20th, the 77 of Doug Lemons. In 21st, the 54 of Kirk Fielder. In 22nd, the 23 of Donald King. In 23rd, the number 10 of Ivan Scrum. In 24th didn't grid. 25th is number 8 of R.W. Ziegler. 26th didn't grid. 27th, L.G. Whaley in the number 99. And the number 6, starting in the 28th spot, Nick Racino. In 29th, the 7 of Tim Racino.
Pace car's off, Rudy.
That's it. Okay, pace car's off, and we have a green flag. Oh, not yet.
Not yet, buddy. Green, green, green. Let's go boogieing, guys. Let's go rock and roll in here. Talladega. Swindel leading them down there.
Alright, so Dave Swindel first. Getting a little shove there from the 56. The 56.
Doug Morris there, come up a little bit there.
Joe Fisher, yeah. Dave Swindel pulling out way just a little bit there on that start.
Yeah, he sure did, man. He got a heck of a push there from the 56 there, Rudy. Joe Fisher.
Yeah, we're going to have to kind of watch that pushing stuff. Somebody just coming off pit road decided to start on pit road or got a late start.
Well, Joe Fisher better keep a hold of that line at the bottom, man. You're pushing way up in the too much air. Better hold that truck down a little bit lower. You almost come up in the 74 there.
No, that's not hard
Doug
to do.
Morse. Oh no, because you get so much air. Like I said, so a lot of side draft wind coming off these trucks. These trucks are rolling about 180 to 200 miles an hour. Swindel still leading this pack around here, Rudy.
Yep. And Doug Moore on the high side there in the 74. Him and Terry Ballinger trying to get something working up there on that high side. But because they can't push, it's going to be a struggle up on that high side. Low line's going to be where you're going to want to be on this track.
Oh, you sure is, man. He needs to get that bumper a little closer to him, and maybe he get him more drafting out. Without pushing, but get enough draft on the back of that truck.
Kevin Utley up to the 4th spot. Doing quite well there in the number 9.
Yeah, he sure up trying to get that third spot away from the 74 there. Doug Morris there.
Yeah, they're still struggling up on that high side, trying to maintain. When they come around to take lap number 4, they're still side by side. This whole front pack side by side. Look at this, Ed. This is great racing by these guys. The 56 there, Joe Fisher, drifts up the hill again, almost in front of Doug Moore in the 74, but manages to keep it off of him. I bet you it's making Doug a little nervous when he does that. It seems like he's coming out of the turns. He drifts up the hill just a little bit, like he's doing right now.
Yeah, I saw that. That's just the third time.
You're going to have to get a grip on that and try to hold that down a little better. If they go 3 wide, he could be in a big fix up there on that high side.
Oh, he sure can.
If you catch Doug Moore in the side like that, it could be the big one we dread. Take lap number 5.
Thank you guys. We got a long, long race.
Michael Campbell in the 7th spot, running about 2 tenths behind the leader, but this whole front pack up here running really close to each other. Tom Hevron in 10th, Dave Miranda in 11th, Dave Miranda in the 01 up on the high side there, right in front of Michael D'Amico. Michael D'Amico now slipping into the picture. We see him come up to 13th spot. He's not one to count out here, running in the Sonic Chevy Silverado today.
Yeah, he's out there, a patient driver, not in a rush to go anywhere. Just got to be careful of the trucks in front of him. Like I said, it's just a lot of trucks get off so much wind off these trucks, really, and they start to bobble. Like, it's always a slip up, man, because somebody's definitely going to slip up. They're not paying attention.
I see some good racing going on, even back in the pack edge. Really good racing.
Yeah, there's mellow out, maintaining their speeds, and just following the guy in front of you. Hook up with a partner because you might need him at that. Oh, somebody got loose in the back there.
01 up high. 01 up high. He saves it, keeps it out of the pack, but he does lose a lot of position.
Yeah, he sure does. Well, he got up against that wall there, and he got a little loose there, and he saved it, but bounced off the wall there. You got the 8 going to follow him there, so maybe you got a partner to hook up with.
Yep, Dave Miranda, that was. Slipped up, hit the wall just a little bit, just enough to lose his momentum. Now these guys, I'm not sure if they know, they can push to get back up to that pack.
Yeah, 10 for, he lucky driving in a 25 spot, the number 8, the R.W. Ziegler there. He picked him up there, so he had somebody to back him up there for sure.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Ziegler gets up against the wall. We got a wreck. We got a big wreck here in the back. Oh my God, trucks everywhere.
So let's go back and watch this in replay, because this is up ahead of these guys. And it looks like it's on up ahead. 62 into it. We're going to go back and watch that again. Because this looks like Gary Shank into it. Gary Shank, it looks like maybe have gotten caught up into that mess. We'll go to the far chase view here. Down the backstretch, going into turn 3, and it looks like the truck maybe on the high side here comes down right into his nose. A little bit of net code on that.
It sure was. Looks like, was it a 92, Rudy?
92, yes, and that's going to...
Or is it a 32?
92.
Boy, I saw him come out. He blinked right in front of the 62, yeah. Right on top, and the 62 didn't have nowhere to go.
Wow, so that tore up a bunch. Now, no cautions on this, so we're going to get back up here live. Dave Swindel continuing to pull this whole front pack around with him. Now they're coming up on some lap traffic already. He is still being pushed by Joe Fisher. Doug Moore still up there in the hunt as all of these guys staying high to go around the lap traffic. Still a lot of good racing going on though. As they cross the line, it's going to be 20 to go. 20 laps to go, so 10 in the books already. But Joe Fisher definitely not telling him how to drive that, but he needs to get a grip on that coming out of these turns. He's going to wind up taking somebody out on that, Ed.
Yeah, he sure is. He's got to stay off his bumper. I noticed a couple times slamming him in the bumper. But that's not my call. Nope. So I'm here to just commentate. I just see what I see, though. Pretty cool when you're on the broadcast and you can look down at these cars, these trucks, or whatever, and you can tell everything what goes on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I kind of like about this, because you get to see this from a perspective that you can't see when you're in the race, you know, and you see, I learn a lot by how these guys drive. It kind of helps me when I get out there on the track to drive around them.
Yeah, it sure does.
You just kind of make a little mental note of that, and, you know. Riding on board here with Doug Moore, looking ahead to our leaders. Looks like the 13 and the 4 hooked up, trying to get a run on that high side.
He sure got it, Rudy. He got that lap. The 13 did.
Yes, he did. They got a heck of a run on that high side coming out of turn 4. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they know just how close they are without actually touching and pushing.
Yeah, they sure do. Boy, that was really close, man. Don't look like he touched him at all, but boy, that looks awful right on his bumper.
Now they're coming up on a lap truck here, and they're going to be taking him 3 wide.
Yep, they sure are, Rudy. Stay high, Lapper. And the 10 moves way up on the high side and give these drivers, these lead pack there, a little break there. Make sure they get through there.
See my old buddy Wayne Finley out here tonight.
No.
Really kind of hoping he'd be here tonight. Must have had some other commitments. We've still got quite a few in this front pack here, Ed, that are still battling for position. Terry Ballinger now up to the 9th spot. Come a long ways up through the field thanks to that wreck. Really running well now. He's up.
Oh yeah, 10-4. Yep.
Up here with these lead guys.
Got 13 going to take that lap, did he? Yes, he did.
Yes, sir. So they have definitely gotten a good run on that high side. Looks like we've got about a dozen trucks in this front pack, Ed, just cruising along. Mark Robinson back here in the 10th spot. And Gerald Carell in the 11th. These guys, some of these guys working with some lap down traffic. James Harrington running in the 12th spot, being pushed by Michael D'Amico. Michael D'Amico is way back in 23rd position. But definitely up here helping the 17 of James Harrington in the 12th.
He sure is.
So you called dedicated driver. 15 to go now, folks. Kurt Fielder back in 14th position, working with the lap down truck. Kevin Baker in the 15th, way back here, lap down though. Looks like at the moment we've only got about 12 trucks on the lead lap, and James Harrington being the last one on the lead lap in the number 17. See guys switching up. They're not pushing. Well, they were pushing to get up to the lead pack. Once they get up there, they're not switching, but they had to switch to cool off. We get these engines overheated, they start losing power. But a good battle going on up in the front here. Still out there in the lead, though. He is still continuing to lead. Dave Swindel in the second spot I'm showing, but I think that's he's back to third. Excuse me. I'll get it straight. Don't mind me. Robert Felsen in the second spot. Dave Swindel now third. Joe Fisher fourth. Doug Moore fifth. Kevin Utley in 6th, Hevron in 7th, and Terry Ballinger in 8th. David Bowden 9th, and Mark Robertson rounding out the top 10. As these guys here cross the line, they're going to come to 12 laps to go, Ed. Only 12 to go. What if
yeah, they got to start moving now, boy. You know, you're getting down to the line now, and you got to get some of these trucks on my high side, Rudy.
Yeah, definitely. Guys really kind of trying to making a plan here, trying to figure out what they're going to do to try to get up there in the front and take this win.
They get a lot of trucks up on that high side, man. Don't matter who, you know. Looks like our Dale Swindel is going to try to go up on that high side, but nobody's going to go with him, I don't think.
Yeah, he's going to have
Drops back in line.
He's going to have to get a dancing partner up there with him. Him and Joe Fisher have been working together since the beginning of the race, so Joe can get caught back up to him. Joe does pull out with him, but he's got to get right up on his bumper to be able to help him out and get by him. Coming to 10 to go this time by, so they're going to have to, by the way it looks, Ed, they're going to have to start making their moves a little earlier than what we anticipated.
Oh yeah, definitely. There goes Swindel. He's trying up on the high side. He's going to take the Joe Fisher with him. Yeah. Got to do something now. You got to make it work. You get some trucks up on the high side. Oh, he drops right back down there, back in line there at the low, right back on the low side. I don't know what happened there. You're going to get enough run up on the high side.
Trying to stay on that draft, and when he pulls out, hoping Joe can get right up there on his bumper. And when he pulls out, he might be able to do something.
Yeah, sure thing, Rudy. That's the only way you can do it, but you got to have a little bit more trucks. You got a lot of trucks on that low side, though, and now you got to be careful of that. You know what I mean? Taking that third spot away from you can't get back in line, get quick enough to get that high side rolling.
Definitely. Guys cruising around here on the front stretch about 196 mile an hour. If they were in the draft, they'd be doing just a little bit more than that, maybe a mile or two an hour more. But now Dave Swindel has pulled out, and they're looking to try to get a run on this high side.
Oh, they're trying like heck, man. But But that high side, that truck can back you, has to not bump you, but really be close to your bumper.
Yes. Looks like Joe's kind of got that mastered right now. He's like within inches of that back bumper.
Oh, he sure is.
He's within inches of it.
Yeah, but you look at that low line there, Rudy. They're all bounded up on that low side, and nobody helping them with that high side. Just those two cars, man. Here's the thing with two cars on the high side. You've got to get that car a little lower to get some side draft to make that thing go a little faster. If you're not getting any side draft, it's not even worth being up on that high side.
I think the way some of these guys are dancing around it a little bit, it's kind of hard to trust them to get a little side draft off of them.
That's going to be your difference for winning the race. You've got to get some side draft, plus the guy in the back of you pushing you.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't have that, you're not going to win the race.
Tom Heveron got one heck of a run. These guys just freight trained by these guys on the low side.
Yeah, if you're out of line now, and they're all lined up, and nobody wants to mix it up and go nowhere, you know. There's trouble with racing. Where are we at, Rudy? We got how many more laps we got?
7 to go.
7 to go, boy. It's getting down there.
Yeah, these guys they're going to definitely start looking for any way that they can get by them now. Dave Swindel and Joe Fisher still hung out on the high side. And they're going to be clear at the tail of this pack.
Ooh, Joe Fisher just bounces off the wall. That kind of messed him up. He Swindel should have went with the was it the 56?
Together, but Fisher.
Oh, the 56 slammed the wall there a little bit. I'm trying to take a look at the cars in front of him. Was that the 66?
Yeah.
He should have went with him, with Tom there. I don't know what happened. He tried to go up around them, and I would think I would have just tried to draft with him, you know, and maybe he would have pushed me up there.
Yeah. But Mark Robertson now hooked up with Tom Heveron, and you know those two there are really trying to keep caught back up here to the lead pack. I don't know if they can push right at the moment to try to get up there to that lead pack. I don't know how far back they consider losing the lead pack, you know. These guys may be able to push back here. Dave Swindel falling way back to the 9th position.
The 56 of Joe Fisher there, man, he's way back, keep falling back. I don't know if he got a mess his truck up there. William Swindel all by himself there, and he goes in the back of the 66, but I don't know why he's not falling on the line here. I don't know what's going on with his truck, why he's out of line.
I think he's trying to not lose any momentum. If he has to pull out, to fall off or whatever, he's looking for Tom to pull out and go with him.
Yeah, 10 forward. I don't know what's going on back there.
Yeah, he can maybe, they might be looking for some new partners. Okay, so we're coming to the line this time here with 4 to go. 4 laps to go. I'm going to try to get up here on our leaders and make sure that we're going to be right here on our leader. Remuglia? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Rudy. Yeah, Frank, yeah.
So I'll, hopefully I pronounce that correct. If he wins this race and I have to interview him, I hope I pronounce that correctly. If I don't, please correct me. Don't be mad at me. Just correct me, please. All right, coming to the line, Ed, 3 laps to go. Is this whole front pack still powering around? Look at this.
Here we go. They're starting to pull out of line now.
Doug Moore pulling out. Everybody trying to get out there and looking for somebody to go with them now. Nobody wants to pull out. Okay, we've got a couple in the back now. Looks like Tom Heveron and Dave Swindel working together.
Oh, we're going to make it 3 wide here.
Hevron was a little wiggly on that, but managed to hold on to it right in front of Swindel. But they do have a pretty good run going on that high side. Now, if the 5 there of Mark Robertson could get hooked up with them, the 3 of them, I think, could go by these. But boy, they are really motoring here.
Yeah, they sure are, Rudy. Boy, it's going to be a tight one, buddy.
Swindel just inches off the back bumper of Tom Hevron.
Oh, why is he going way up on the high side? We got a lap a car there. I don't know what was going on there. Why did he pull up there?
Maybe?
Draft, yeah. I think, like I said, you got to get up on that lower side. You got to bring that car down a little bit lower, get some side draft. That's the only way you're going to move forward.
Tom swung it down.
It's impossible because I've done it hundreds of times, you know.
Tom swung down there and got maybe just a little bit of a boost, but not a lot. Going to take a lot to get by Frank on this side. Oh, and now
last lap, Rudy.
The 9, Kevin Utley, ducks out right in front of Tom Hevron, and the 3 of them pulling the 4 of them now on the high side. Ed, boy,
let's see what happens. It's the last lap, isn't it, Rudy?
It's time to go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see what's going to be, baby. Woohoo!
As they come down the backstretch here, we've got to get up here on our leader to make sure we're going to follow our leader right to the end.
Yeah, we sure are, Rudy.
They got a heck of a run on that high side.
Get that car lower, man. Get some side draft.
Kevin Utley hooked up. Him and Tom Hevron on that high side. Might get a 3rd or 4th place out of that, but I don't know if they got enough to get by the leader. Coming to the line, Frank's gonna get the win. All right, Frank winning the first segment of this. And what we'll do is we're going to get down there as quickly as we can, and we'll try to get a word in with Frank. Remuglia. Well, I guess we can't get a word in with them then.
Oh boy.
Because I'm not admin in here, so I can't do nothing. So anyhow, Frank Gramuglia wins here at the first segment of the race. This ends race 1. Stay with us here, and we will be back in just a few minutes with race number 2.
Yeah, sure. Great race, Rudy. Great race at the end. It was awesome.
We will run down through the order here real quick to see where everybody finishes as our winner lights them up. Frank winning the top spot. Robert Felsen in 2nd. Doug Moore 3rd. Kevin Utley 4th. Terry Ballinger 5th. Tom Hevron 6th. Dave Swindel 7th. David Bowden 8th. Mark Robertson 9th. Joe Fisher 10th. Gerald Carell in 11th. James Harrington 12th. Doug Lemons 13th. Kirk Fielder in 14th. LG Whalia finishing 15th. Gary Shank 16th. R.W. Ziegler 17th. Nick Racino in 18th. Tim Racino 19th. Michael D'Amico rounding out our top 20. Donald King 21st. Michael Campbell 22nd. Kevin Baker 25th. Derek Cormier in 24th, and Ed Bellinger rounding out the top 25. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this segment, as our winner there, Frank Gramuglia, is now leaving the track. So that's going to wrap it up, and we will see you shortly as soon as I get all this stuff done. All right, well, in the booth with us, we did get the winner of the last segment in here, Frank G. Frank, tell us a little bit about your racing out there today. How was it?
Well, it was white knuckle for sure. Didn't want to make no mistakes, and everybody raced clean, and it was a lot of fun.
We've seen a lot of three-wide racing. Mostly everybody kind of staying in a single line. With that no pushing, did that make it a lot tougher to try to get a run on the high side?
Yeah, I was running down on the bottom, just staying in line following, trying to see who would work with me, who wouldn't. And it's tough because you're kind of locked in with the people in front of you or behind you. And I got to a point and says, well, I'm going to try something here, and I got a good run and went to the outside, and thank goodness Robert F. come up behind me, and he shoved me to the wind. If it wouldn't have been for him, we would have been able to complete the pass or whatever. We could have got freight trained and ended up in the back.
Oh, well, we did see that Dave Swindel was up there for quite a while, and he got shuffled to the back real quick. But he did manage to pull back up a little bit, and I think he wound up finishing in 6th spot. But we did see that, so yeah, you kind of lucked out, stayed out in the front. Once you got out there, you stayed out there, and that was the place to stay, correct?
Yeah, it's pretty tough to pull off a pass if you're going out on your own there. You got to have help, and again, a big thanks to Robert F. there for helping me out, because I couldn't have done it without him, and hopefully I can help him this second segment.
All right, well, Frank, thank you very much for talking with us, and I wish you the best of luck in this second segment. Just make sure you run as clean as you ran the last race, and maybe you'll be right up there for the win on the third segment.
Well, thank you. We hope so. We're going to do our best.
Okay, go get them, buddy. All right, well, we're down to, we got about 12 minutes left before we start this second segment here, as the guys are getting a little bit of practice in. And then we will be no qualifying in this, am I correct? I believe Tommy left. No qualifying in this. They will be starting right on the grid.
I can't get in there, Rudy.
Can you join off my wheel?
No, because you're not eligible to participate in this tournament.
Go to the Ghost sessions. Ghost.
I don't know how to do that.
Ghost and what? Well, it's up at the top. You go to events. Go to events.
Yep, I'm at events.
Okay, then go down to Ghost, watch, whatever. Click on that. And it should be down.
Okay, I'm in the Ghost.
It should be down in the list. I think it's in the hosted section. It's called Race for the Pumpkin, or Pumpkin Bash or something.
Okay, I'm looking for it. Okay, the old farts pumpkin.
There you go.
A race out to watch again.
Yeah, me too.
Just quit. Quite.
Yes. You don't want to be announcing that.
Right.
We're on the air.
Oh, we're back on the air. Sorry.
Tam forward, Tommy. All right, so a little under 10 minutes. Dang it. You quit popping this stuff up in front of me. Wow. Okay. Let's see, we've got to get to... How you doing?
Good, Rudy. How about yourself? Now, a question for you. Now, I'm on spectator now. We can't switch that to talk to a driver after?
No.
Okay.
He made me add one, but he changed it, and he'll give it back to me before the race is over.
Okay, good.
I can interview the drivers on the track.
Right.
I'll be the only one.
That's fine, Rudy.
You know, to interview the drivers. And then you and I can talk about it. So, while we're still on the broadcast.
Okay, I'm going to run to the snack bar, and I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, grab me a Coors Light on your way back, would you?
You sure can, Rudy.
All right, thank you. Okay, 5 minutes till we line them up and do this again for another 30 laps. They got a little clinker in the works on this one, though. There's only getting a 50% fuel load, so we are going to see some green flag pit stops here, hopefully. Guys are going to have to, this is going to be all about the driver here this time. They're going to have to stop and pop out their tanks of fuel and get back out there. They will have to stop one time. Some will take it and stretch it to the extreme to get as many laps out of it as they can, and others will maybe short pit. So I think we're going to see a bunch of different strategies out here. See these guys coming down on pit road, practicing their pit strategies. You got to get them things woed down so you don't go over the speed limit coming on pit road and get that black flag. Oh, the dreaded black flag slows you down. You got to come in and serve it under green, and boy, that just messes up your whole day right there. I don't believe we're going to see anybody trying to do any tire changing. This is not one of them tracks that it's got a lot of tire wear or anything like that, so this is going to be, I believe, a lot of just fuel-only pit stops. Maybe right side tires or maybe left side tires, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of tire changing going on. Just coming down to 2 minutes here till we take the grid. They'll be lining up as they finished in the last segment, from what I'm understanding. So this is tournament style.
That race made me so hungry, Rudy. I've got tortillas and salsa.
All right, that sounds good. I might, when we get down here, I might have me a little bit of ice cream, but I got to go, tonight, Battlefield 4 goes live in about 2.5 hours from right now.
Oh, wow, really?
And I cannot wait to play it.
Bet you can, buddy.
It's going to be exciting. Well, I had the beta, say a closed beta, and now it went through all that, and it's been down for 2 weeks, you know, until they get everything finalized and all that, and now everybody's going live this week or tonight. So.
Oh wow, that'd be fun.
I'm anxious. Now with this new video card, you know, this is going to make a big difference, I think. All right, closing seconds coming to order here. And we're going to see how these guys are going to, the way they're going to line up. And I think the guys learned a lot from the last segment, Ed, that high side definitely not a good place to be. Trying to get a good run, unless you've got about 4 guys working together really good up there, just not a good place to be.
No, you're right, Rudy. It won't be unless, like you said, you gotta have the drivers to go with you if you're on the high side or the low side. You gotta definitely have somebody to go with you.
Yes, definitely. So everybody is gridding now, and Frank will be starting on the pole.
What do you expect out of this second segment there, Rudy?
Well, like I said a few minutes ago there, I think the guys learned a lot from that first segment as to what they're going to have to do to get a run on this high side to get by the guy that's out there on the point. You know, with you not being able to push, it's going to make a big difference out of, you know, you need I believe we need about at least 3 cars on the high side to go together and work together on the high side to try to get a run on the trucks on the low side. And, you know, whether we're going to see this or not, and, you know, the guys are going to hold it there and try to get that side draft, and without pushing, it's going to be difficult. Maybe we'll see a 3-time winner. Maybe Frank G will bring it home all 3 times. Who knows? So Frank G bringing them around.
I'm going to watch the middle of the pack, Rudy. If you want to keep up on the front there, and I'll watch the middle of the pack, make sure nothing goes on here, buddy, for us.
Roger that. So a lot of drivers have come over from the first segment and into the second segment. Everybody trying to get up there for that win, for that beautiful clock that they ordered for the winner of the third segment. All right, pace car ducks off, and here we go, Ed, going to green.
Let's go, guys.
Green flag.
Green, green, green.
Green, green, green. Boogity boogie, guys. Let's go racing. With a high side, look at a little jump there, Rudy, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, and that's what it's going to take. The number 4 of Doug Moore, or no, I'm sorry, that's not Doug Moore. What the heck am I talking about? That's Robert Felzine. Felzine pulling out ahead of Frank G. Wow, look at this. Now I see sitting here in the number 9 on the high side. These guys, everybody trying to get a run. They come around to complete lap number 1.
Try to get that first lap led in there.
That low side is going to have to be the place to be. It's tough to get runs on that high line to get by. Robert does lead that first lap. Kevin Utley in second there on the high side in the number 9, being pushed by Tommy Hevron. Hevron and him working together really good. They were working good together in the last segment. Again, nobody's allowed to push unless you're in the back trying to catch up to the lead pack. You can't push. So Frank G now back, well, was in the 3rd spot. Second now. That high line, they don't have anybody up there to work with them. And 2 of them trying to get a run on the high line together is just not going to work. Dave Swindel trying to get up there with them. He was working with Tommy Hevron for a little bit there earlier in that second segment, or first segment, excuse me. And, Tommy kind of dumped him off to go with Frank or Kevin Utley, but now Dave Swindel has caught their draft and is working up with them. And now the 3 of them may get something going on this high line together. They're pulling other trucks up there with them too, Ed. Look at this.
Well, that's why I always say you got to have some trucks to go with the high side.
Dumps it down into the inside, leaving Tommy Hevron up on that high side by himself, pulling Dave Swindel around. And we still got about 5 or 6 trucks up on that high side trying to get a run on that high side. Well, I'm going to tell you what, it's going to take some concentration to keep a good steady line.
It sure is, Rudy. We just look at that last segment. We saw these trucks up that high side, couldn't make a pass. You got to get that truck a little bit lower to get some side draft at the bottom of that track. That's the only way you can get that move those trucks forward.
Kevin Utley now in 4th, but the 44 of David Bowden now sticks his nose up into the hunt. It looks like the 66. Tommy Hevron may have got a run that time. Swindel may have something going on that high side, Ed.
They might have.
They've almost picked up the whole position.
Yeah, we need these 2 trucks in the back of that, catch them on this back bumper, and maybe give them a little hand up on that high side. You got a lot of trucks on that low side, but nobody up on the high side.
Now we're getting a few more up there, and I think these guys are figuring out that's what it's going to take, 4 or 5 on that high side to work together.
You have to be. There's no way about it. I mean, these 2 trucks can't take the whole field on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even with side draft, you can't do it, you know?
No, that's a lot of side drafting.
All right, so these guys, high side, look what's going on there, Ed. It's working. Whatever they're doing, it's working.
It sure is, and it's going to work. Like I said, you got to keep that truck on the low side. Come in those turns. Try to get that truck a little lower, get us some side draft, come up off the straight, get in the turn, and whoever's following you, make sure you're not touching your bumper, but be close to your truck so you get that draft in the back of you.
Frank G, he come up there a little bit high, come down the back stretch. check up Tommy Hevron, but Tommy says, no, you ain't scaring me any, because we're coming. Got about about 5 or 6 of them working together on that high line trying to get something going. But it's a struggle. But boy, they're picking up the pace now. Look at them coming.
Yeah, they sure are.
Coming, Ed.
Whoa! The 9 got loose again.
Oh, we got a big one there. That wadded up a bunch of them. Wow, did that wad up a bunch of them. Let's go back and watch that in instant replay. We don't want to lose them leaders, but Ed kind of going on what them leaders are doing. And we're going to watch this wreck here and see if we can figure out what exactly happened.
Okay, ready?
Slow it down into slow-mo here. And we'll go to the far and see if we can figure out where it happened here. Somebody up in the front wiggled a little bit.
Looked like the 9 wiggled, didn't it, Rudy?
I'm trying to kind of figure out what's going on. He went down onto the apron. Yeah, he went clear down on the apron, and it looks like that's what got him loose. And when he come back up across the track, he caught the 25 in the side. So the 9 bringing out the caution, causing that big one right there, Kevin Utley.
Boy, you just missed a truck there, Rudy. We got the 66 of Tommy there, and Swindel there, the number 1 truck, going for the bid there, for the lead there, with the 66 following through there on that high side.
Yes, they are. They're cooking. And I figured that's probably what would happen while we were away checking out that wreck, that these guys would probably get that lead away from them. But don't count out Frank G. He's one of them ones. He wants to be here at the very end, and winning that last segment, he's going to save his stuff and keep his engine cool and keep it right there in check, ready to attack when the time's right. They've still got a long race to go yet, Ed.
Yeah, we sure do, Rudy. I mean, we're not even in the, what, 6 laps, Rudy? 9 laps, sorry, buddy.
10 laps this time by. They're taking
too early.
10. Yeah, still early. A lot of racing left yet. We've had a few guys that have taken their cars behind pit wall, but mostly everybody's still out here. I'm only showing about maybe 13 cars on the lead lap.
Boy, yep.
Big one kind of checked a lot of people up. This front 6 here, or front 5, excuse me, front 5 running pretty close together, but it's 5.7 or 5.2 seconds back to the 6th place, LG Whaley. 5.26 seconds back of the leaders here in 6th spot. And he's running with the number 77. That's Doug Lemons there. Doug Lemons is 1 lap down. But they can push because they're trying to catch up to the lead pack. So these guys can push. And right behind them we have Michael D'Amico and Donald King, both 2 laps down after that big wreck. They're pushing the daylights out of each other, running in the 20th and 21st spot.
Yeah, you can push all you want now. I'm here 2 laps down. You can push forever.
And that's what it's going to take. And not that they're going to get their 2 laps back, I'm sure, but you know, they could maybe pick up a position or 2 anyhow on the field. After that big one there, a lot of people had to go in pits and mess them up.
Oh yeah, that's really tough thing. You got a big crash that comes out, and you really don't want to be a lap down, but you have no choice. We get caught up in it, Rudy. With no yellows, you can't catch back up in them and stuff.
We've even had a couple of guys that have already been in the pits a couple times. Kevin Baker has been in 3 times. So, and this is what it's going to take. Some of these guys have maybe short pitted. These leaders have not pitted yet. And they're going to have to pit one time. And they're already coming down to, they've got 19 to go, coming to 18 to go this time by. So I'm going to say they're probably going to try to push it to about lap 20. So before they're going to pit, I think you're going to see these leaders probably hang it out just as long as they can hang out there, knowing that the rest of the field behind them, you know, is way back. LG Whaley is catching them, though. He's up 4.9 seconds behind them now. He's reeled them in by about 3/10, but still a long ways to go. Oh, and he's off the pace. Looks like LG Whaley maybe pitted. Yes, he did. He short pitted. And he is coming back out, but with no partner. And he was only in pits 5.9 seconds, Ed, so I would say he only took fuel. I could go back
for that minute, yeah.
I could go back and watch and see maybe if he might have taken right side tires, but that doesn't really matter at this point. But I guess we kind of want to stay focused on these leaders up here the most to see when they're going to pit. Looks like we do have maybe somebody else that is coming to pit. Nope. Front five still out here. Front four now. We lost one guy that obviously had to pit. So front four working together, and third and fourth now pushing each other to try to get caught back up to the pit, or to the leaders, which I believe that is legal for them to be pushing now to get caught up to the front pack. The leaders cannot push. Okay, Tommy Heverin and Dave Swindel now coming into the pits. So let's see what their pit strategy is. They both hit the line under the speed limit. Good deal. Good pit stop. No black flags there. They're stopping with 15 laps to go. Like fuel only pit stop, and they both take off. So these two, I would say, Ed, are going to probably try to hang together. Now let's get back up here to our leaders again and see Doug Moore now in the lead, and we see him coming down on pit road. And
yep, we got Doug and Frank coming down the pit road together.
Man, he's coming down here quick. They got her woed. Wow.
They got her woed way down low.
Man, I'm telling you, he about locked it up and spun it out, I think. But he got her woed. These two come in on pits, pitting kind of close together. Oh! Frank tagged the inside wall of the pit wall there, but I don't think it was enough to bother him any. As they come out of the pits right together. And it's what you got to do. You got to pit with your partners.
You sure do, Rudy.
And there goes Dave Swindel and Tommy Heveron just went by them. So now let's see our new leader, Gerald Carell is our new leader. As he takes over that lead, and I don't believe he's pitted yet.
I don't think he's pitted at all yet, Rudy, no.
No, we've still got about 4 or 5 people that have not pitted yet. Those two right there running together have not pitted. I believe they're the only ones out there that are still running that have not pitted. So they're going to probably try to push us maybe another lap or two, and they're going to have to pit. And that's going to put Nick Racino in the lead. And they're coming down on pit road. Whoa. Well, Gerald is, but Gerald's coming down pit road. Okay. Well, let's kind of keep an eye on him and see how he does on pit road. I'm sure he's probably just going to do a fuel and go. And that's what he does. 5.6 seconds in the pits. So fuel only for Gerald Carell, excuse me.
Yep,
And,
Carell, yep.
That puts Derek still out there running, has not pitted yet. And now he's coming down on pit road. He's the last one to make his pit stop with 12
coming on
laps
hard.
to go. He's coming in hot. Boy, he got her woed down.
Ooh.
Whew,
We cut that mark about 60 miles an hour, boy. I don't know if they're going to give him a black flag or not, really.
It was close, wasn't it?
Big time.
Oh, he's taking right side tires, Ed.
Oh, it's going to be costly, man.
Left
We're
side.
taking all four. Oh, boy.
That's going to be very costly. 13.8
Yeah, it sure is.
seconds on pit road. Oh,
Too long.
Yep, too long. That's going to put Tommy Hevron back out in the lead now. Him and Dave Swindel running together.
They sure are.
They've got a 2.2 second lead over the third and fourth place of Frankie G and Doug Moore.
Well, they had a good pit stop. They pitted together. They got in the pits. They got out the pits together. So that was a good pit stop for them.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So it could come down to a battle between these two. Now, the ones behind them, I do believe, are allowed to push to get back up to the lead, but I'm not going to swear to that. I don't know the ruling on that. I shouldn't even said that because I don't know the ruling on that. I know you're allowed to push to get up to the lead pack, but there is no pack.
No, it's just 2 on 2.
Yep. And these two are not allowed to push. And it does seem like the third and fourth are reeling them in. They've caught them by about a half a second just in this last lap. And now we are 10 to go. Coming by this time will be 9 laps to go. So other than that big wreck there at the beginning, Ed, we've had some really good clean racing here. And you know, we talk about that at this track a lot. That, you know, this track always brings out the big one. And,
Oh, it sure does.
not just in real life, but in here too. You know, when one guy just bobbles a little bit, man, you can take out 6 or 8 or 10 cars in a heartbeat. You know.
I know it. It don't take long either.
All right, well, Frankie G and Doug Moore have slipped back by about a tenth or two now, so they're about 1.9 seconds back of these 2 leaders. And it could come down to these 2 here battling it out for the win. And all this is going to do is just get them into the third segment, lined up in a good position here for the win for the third segment for the clock. So that's going to be very, very nice. Well, that's a beautiful clock. Oh, I don't know if you've seen it on the website or not, Ed.
No, I haven't really, but I could look at it.
It's beautiful. And I'd love to have that clock. It's beautiful. Somebody really took some time and thought into that, and man, they've made a beautiful clock. Frankie G closing up to about 1.5 seconds behind these leaders now. They've got some lap cars in between them. Not trucks. I always want to say cars, but I meant trucks. race so far. They're really struggling trying to catch up. And now up to 9/10 of a second behind their leaders. So they are reeling them in really quick now, Ed. Coming down.
Oh, they sure are.
This time by is going to be 6 laps to go. So it's time that they start making their move, you know.
I guess you can bump on the back of somebody's bumper.
But for 3rd and 4th place?
Yeah, Rudy.
Could be, but now see they're kind of caught up now, so they probably are not going to be able to push it along. Doug Moore and Frankie G coming up through. They're trying to get right up onto the back bumper of Dave Swindel. The 4 of them are going to battle it out for this win. Can Frankie G pull it off again? He won segment 1. Let's see if he can do segment 2. They switch up now. It looked like Doug Moore might have been getting a little hot. He did a lot of pushing right there.
Oh, you sure did.
Frank G goes back to 4th place. Hanging on to this front pack right here. Not much of a pack, 4 trucks in it, but we've got a couple lap trucks in behind them. With 5 laps to go. Coming down to the end here, Ed. These guys are they're trying to figure out. I'm sure they're communicating. They probably got their own channel now on there, and they're communicating and figuring out their strategy, what they're going to do, and when they're going to make their move.
Oh, you bet they are, Rudy. No doubt in my mind. I don't know what I would do in a case like this. You got 4 trucks. You got 2 trucks who want the high. Would you take the high side? Would you follow up to the last lap and then give it all she's got at the last lap? Probably that's what I do, Rudy.
Yeah. You know, I guess in a position like this, in this segment, you know, you're still going to have a good starting position for the 3rd segment, and the 3rd one's the one that counts. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I would ride it out right here and not pass, not do anything. The 3rd segment, you're not going to have to stop for fuel or tires or do nothing. It's just, you know, run.
Right, exactly. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know, but these guys, you know, racing in your blood like it is. You always wanted to do the win, so looks like Doug Moore and Frank G coming high on the outside, and it looks like they are getting a little bit of a run. But Frank might be doing a little pushing there. I don't know. Boy, he's just inches off from his bumper. Awful close.
Yeah, really close.
Make sure they're not pushing. I could go down there and stick the camera in there, but I'm not. That's not my job. That's the admin's job to make sure they're not pushing. I ain't sticking my nose in there. He's just inches off the back bumper of Doug Moore there. These are 4 of them coming around to take 2 to go. This time by 2 laps to go. Dave Swindel pushing for all he can push on the back bumper of Tommy Hevron. And it looks like they got a run on that high side. And Doug Moore going to lead this lap. Now, is he going to stay with his partner, or is he going to dump his partner off to get that top position and jump down in front of Tom Hevron? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what I do about that case, Rudy. I mean, your fault. So bad. I don't know where you're gonna get the room unless you go up on that, jump on that high side, and pull on that low side. If you get you got to run here, you could probably jump on the low side right here. He could dump him off and jump in front of the 66. You know what I mean?
But that wouldn't be too cool. You know, you got another race to go, and you're going to be needing a partner. Those 2 might be able to work together in the next race, being where they're at running right now. You know,
yeah, exactly. So while you dump your partner, just stay with him, and if he gets to win, he got to win. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's a 3rd segment, it's about, you know, who's going to win the clock. I wouldn't worry about these 2 segments, but it's good racing.
It's going to be a close call here toward the end. We're going to have to see who wins this final lap. Here we go, Ed. And boy, look at them pushing the daylights out of each other now. Frank G comes down in behind Swindel. Doug Moore dives in behind him. They're going to have to stay on the bumpers to get a run.
Oh, they sure are, Rudy.
And they're coming around out of turn 4 here, nose to tail. Is Swindel going to jump out and try to get a run on him coming out of the trioval, or is he going to stay on his bumper? There ain't a lot of room out there. He's going to stay on his bumper and finish second behind him. Good job. So Tommy Hevron coming home the winner.
He sure did. Good job, Tommy.
All right, so Tom Hevron coming home the winner today in the second segment here. So good job by him. We're going to get down here and see if we can get a word in with him.
Good win, Tom.
Okay.
Good win, Tom. You'll make your dad proud there, Tommy.
Yeah, good win.
Tom Hevron, this is Rudy Cummings up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Great win out there. It was looking pretty good. Was you getting a little worried about maybe Swindel diving out to the outside and going by you on the outside coming out of the trioval, or not?
Well, I expected him to try and just hope that I had enough in it to keep going and stay in front of him.
Well, great job out there today. Great win for you, Tom. That's going to kind of give you a little bit of a boost coming into the third segment. But tell us a little bit about your racing out there today.
Actually, it was a good race. I ran good up front up there all day, and I had a great pit stop, and Dave had a great pit stop at the same time, and I think that's what really won the race for us.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. We watched you two pit together, and yeah, I think you had almost identical pit times, and well, yours was like 0.4 of a second faster. You had a 4.6 second, and he had a 5 second. So great pit stops by you guys, getting in and out together. No falter, no black flags, and great win for you, Tommy. And you got anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or a thank you?
All right, here we go. Yeah, I want to thank Mike Barnhart Chevrolet for all the support he's given us over the years, and my father for helping me with my setup.
All right, Tommy. Well, congratulations on your win today, and good luck in the next segment. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
All right, Ed. So Tommy Hevron coming home the winner on this segment. So let's give a quick rundown, and we'll move on to the third segment here.
10-4, Woody.
Whoops, wrong one. Dave Hevron coming home the winner. Dave Swindel in second place, 62/1000th of a second behind him, right on his bumper. Frank G coming home third. Doug Moore fourth. LG Whaley finishing fifth. Good job by LG. Sixth place was Nick Racino. Seventh, Gerald Carell. Eighth was Derek Cormier. Ninth, Ed Ballinger. 10th, Michael Campbell. In 11th was Tim Racino. 12th was Mark Robertson. 13th, Gary Shank. 14th, Doug Lemons. 15th, James Harrington. 16th, Kirk Fielder. 17th, Joe Fisher. 18th, Michael D'Amico. 19th, Don King. And rounding out the top 20, Kevin Utley. All right, well, that's going to do it for this segment. Ed, you got any last thoughts on this race today?
Oh, yes, I do, Rudy. I mean, it was an awesome race. I loved the challenge at the end with Frank there and Doug there trying to get that outside working, but couldn't do it this time. But we'll see if it happens the next time. The third segment's coming up, and maybe they'll get the job done then, Rudy. Good race, all in all, Rudy, and we'll see you at the next one.
All right. right, welcome back here to round 3 of the Pumpkin Bash here for the Old Farts League. And this is for the big clock that they have made up. It's a beautiful looking clock. They're only running 15 laps here on this segment. So this is going to be for all the marbles right here. These guys are going to be pushing everything that they've got to get up there into that top spot. A lot of the drivers have learned a lot in the last 2 segments to know what they got to do, when to go, when not to go, and know where they got to be when it's coming down to the wire. 15 laps ain't much of a chance out here for these guys to you know, get right up there to the lead right off the get-go. $12 minutes to go until we grid up and go back to racing here. The Old Farts League pushing this chase here, the 3 rounds that they have been running tonight, all for a grand prize of a beautiful clock that they're giving away to the winner tonight. And this is a big deal for these guys. These guys have really worked hard at their practicing, qualifying, and drafting with partners, with other partners, different ones, and making sure that you know, the ones that they're going to be racing with, that they've learned to draft around them well. And this is for all the marbles right here, all the hard work that they have put into this is for it right here. 15 laps, no cautions, just flat out running, giving it everything you got. Trying to keep the fenders intact, keep everything to where you don't have damage to slow you down. Don't overheat your motor if you're behind somebody, so you blow it up or something. But this is for all the marbles right here, folks. just a little under 10 minutes till we grid up. It should be a very, very interesting and awesome, on the edge of your seat racing here for the last 15 laps of this 3-segment tournament that they had, Old Farts League had put on tonight. So this should be a very, very good thing for them. This is going to give them a lot of publicity, and you know, they have a great league going on here, a lot of great racers, and you know, I've seen many of them racing. I've watched them, I've raced with them, and they have a great thing going on here, and this is a good thing that they've put on here for these drivers tonight. And it's going to be a lot of fun for them. I think they've really enjoyed this. I know we've enjoyed it up here in the booth. It's been a lot of fun. Ballinger looking back on Ed Ballinger right behind him. These two drafting, getting some really good pushing going on. They're not going to be able to use that in the race though.
Hey, I'm back, Rudy.
Alright. And that is 6 minutes till the grid, Ed. And, it's kind of going over in my mind here a few things to what to kind of look for in this third segment. 15 laps is going to be just, you're going to have to give it everything you got to try to get there to that, on that last lap.
Oh, it sure is. These drivers got to be the best they ever can be. 15 laps, you got to be on your toes.
No pit stops, nothing. No tires, no fuel, just flat out racing. How you holding up there, buddy?
Oh, good, Rudy. I'm just trying to reset my camera again and all the sounds on the car, trying to get them all cranked back down again.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, I think it's been some really awesome racing that these guys have put out here tonight. These guys have been running around each other in these last two segments has been really nail-biting. You know, the side-by-side, close, trying to get that side draft, push, but you can't push, and try to stay as close to the back bumper of your teammate that you can possibly get without pushing, you know. Man, I'll tell you what, it's been some awesome racing.
There, I think I have it, Rudy, for the most part, I guess.
All right, 2.5 minutes till they take the grid here, Ed. We're going to get back into some green flag racing. This is going to be exciting.
I think it's going to be, man. It's going to be some tough racing. This one's going to be. Who can get the job done? Now here's a mix-up for you, Rudy. I guess we had 3 segments. The third segment. We had a first winner, and then we had a second winner, and then we'll probably have a different third winner, I think. Now, how's that going to fan out for the guys that did win the race, and how's the clock take play?
I guess it's the clock goes to the winner of this segment. But
okay, it didn't matter for the other 2 segments, then it's just wherever you're going to be.
No, that's kind of like where you're going to be starting the next segment. So how they finished in the last segment puts them in the running order for this segment. But I just, if somebody was in the back maybe in the first segment and they finished good in the second segment, that's going to put them up closer for that chance to win the clock.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's going to be pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome, then. Well, we got some good contenders up there. Been up towards the front. Swindel, a couple other drivers. Frank. Who else we have up there? Rudy was up there towards the top there.
Hebron.
Yep, Hebron. Yep.
Kevin Utley, which he didn't finish good in that second segment because of that wreck, but you know, I think he's going to be one that he's going to have to get up there right off the get-go. And I think you're going to see him push right up toward the front quick.
Yeah, 10-4.
You know, him and along with all the other drivers want to do that too, but I think you're going to see Kevin Utley up there in the front, like to take right off. So you know, as quickly as he can get there, he's going to get there.
I think so, Rudy. It's going to be a heck of a race.
Yes, it is. Still a lot of guys out there practicing. If they're coming down, there's the closing of our practice now, so everybody's going to start getting ready for the grid.
But Tommy Neely there telling his drivers there that he got the 40 seconds there, Rudy. He'll be hitting the grid there for that segment, talking about the clock. The winner will receive a clock after this race is over.
Very,
the
very
grandfather clock.
Very cool.
We're on the grid there, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Thomas Hebel on there up on taking the pole there with David Swindel taking the second spot.
Frank G. third and Doug Moore fourth. LG Whaley fifth.
Well, they're going to get down and dirty here, Rudy, and see who's going to win this thing.
Get ready to roll off. Tom Hebron gonna lead them off. Kind of messes up when they grid. It doesn't take you alive. It's close, but it's not right on the live. You know.
Yeah, I hear you, Rudy. That's that low. Second away, yo.
Yep. 1 second. You know?
Yep.
All right, so I think we're going to see these guys in the back, Ed. They're going to push just as hard as they can push to get right up into that front right away. You know. These guys up in the front right now are going to be some tough customers here in Tango. They've been up here all 3 segments, so they know how to get the job done.
You expecting to see any 3 wide here for this last segment, Rudy?
Oh, I would say definitely, yeah. I think we're going to see it probably going into turn 1 if they can do it.
10-4, Rudy.
These cars off, Ed. Call her down.
You got it, buddy.
Green flag.
Green, Rudy. We're going boogie again. The full race can get eyes. Here we go, Rudy. 15 lapper here, shootout.
Dave Swindel dives it right down into the bottom. Got a heck of a run on that start. And dives it right down in front of Tom Hebron.
He sure did. You got to wind up on that low side and you try to get some. Whoa, we already got a wreck. 1 truck going in the wall. I don't know what happened there. Somebody came down. I think it was a 74 came down and knocked him out of the way. Now LG there, he's out of the race, hit the wall pretty hard there. I think his truck is done.
Sorry about that, LG. That's tough to take. He was running right up there in the front.
Whoa, here we go. We're going to make it 3 wide here. Yes, we are. Whoa, we got another crack up. We got another spin right there.
There's going to be a bunch of them taken out.
Yep, it sure is. Watch out in the back, guys.
Go back and watch that in instant replay. See if we can figure out what exactly happened.
Poor D'Amico there, he got really tore up in that one. Boy, his truck just mangled. Got Donald King got a little damage, but that much.
Got it slowed way down here. I don't want to waste too much time on this because the race will be over. There ain't too many laps in this race. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go back and take a look at it again because I didn't quite catch who exactly did what. It looks like Mark Robertson in the number 5 maybe. And the truck right ahead of him looked like come right down into him. And that would be the number 92. The 92 kind of coming down into the 5, and that's what started the whole chain reaction.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, Rudy. Yep.
I mean, he just come down ever so slightly, but, you know, just enough that caused a big mess. All right, so some of these guys trying to get their cars fixed up and get back out there. We got to get back up to our leader. Swindel still up in the lead. Tom Heveron right on his back bumper. Doug Moore right there. Derek Cormier. Derek, we didn't see him in the last couple segments. He led a couple laps there, but had to stop. But here he is hanging on at 5th spot. Not by a whole lot, but he's hanging on there.
No, thank you, Rudy. I had to switch over there. I was still at the. Somewhere I got, you know how you get mixed up and you change up the grid and the racing part. I said, where are you getting that driver from? And I'm looking down. Oh, you better put that on race. And now we're straightened out. So our leader there, Ken, some pace, lap cars there coming up on him.
Yeah, the lap cars did not go high.
No, they sure didn't.
Oh man, that's a little disrespectful there. But that's only my opinion. For whatever it's worth. Alright, so front 5 here kind of distancing themselves a little bit. About a second and a half back to Nick Brasino in the 6th spot. And these guys here, he doesn't really have a partner per se, but these guys really trying to hang on to this lead pack. And 4 of them back here just battling the heck out of each other. Frank G.
I don't know. Yeah, I just wonder why they don't line up, Rudy, instead of battling each other. They need to catch that pack.
Frank G trying to give him a little help. Having a little trouble staying on his back bumper, but looks like they've cleared the 6 and the 7 now. So Nick Racino and Tim Racino.
Whoa, a little bumping up there in the front there. I don't know what's going on up there. Everybody else towards the back watching. I can see it.
Well, you know these guys are going to race hard. I'm not going to say they're going to race clean, but I'm saying they're going to race hard.
You're right.
You know, because this is for all the marbles, and everybody wants that clock. Everybody that's up in the front right now can taste that. You know, once they get that clock, and it's a beautiful clock.
Yeah, 10-4.
I should have told him to order 2, and I'd buy one off of him. That's nice. Is that nice? The 03 there of Derek Cormier hanging on to that outside all by himself. Look at him, how close he is there, sucking that side draft off of Doug Moore. I mean, is he ever close to him? He's starting to lose it a little bit now. He's feeling the drop off of it. But he's still hanging on to, kind of like on the back corner of him. Good racing by these guys. He's going to probably fall back a little ways. He doesn't fall back into the 5th place now. Falling back into line. Excuse me. With the 84 of Gerald Correll on the inside there. Uh-oh, there he goes. They got 2 of them. They got a little too close.
Got the 74.
Yep.
A little wobbling.
got a little bit too close to the 74. Wound up taking the 74 out, but dang. So that changes things up a little bit. Now we've got...
Oh, it sure does.
We've only got 3 of them up here in this top bunch that are running nose to tail, all within 2/10 of each other. The 54 is a lap down car of Kurt Fielder. He's 2 laps down. I believe he got caught up in that wreck. It's 8/10 back to Frank G in the 4th spot. He's about 8/10 of his partner, James Harrington. Those 2 pushing together.
Like you said, anything can happen at Talladega.
Oh yeah. And, you know, we had Frank G was the winner of our first segment. Tom Heveron was the winner of our second segment, and they're running in 2nd and 4th. See a repeat here, or we're gonna see a repeat, I should say. Or are we just gonna be this could be a new winner? Maybe Dave Swindel gonna win this one. He ain't gonna give up that top spot. He had a heck of a start on that, on the green flag, and now they got 5 laps to go here. Anything can happen. We're coming up on lap traffic now. Now this lap truck's staying high and gonna let the leaders go low, and that's cool. Very
yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know. So the front 5 is still running nose to tail now. This is getting interesting. It's 4.4, or excuse me, 4.3 seconds back to our 6th place guys, so I don't believe they're going to have enough time to get back up there. They're going to have to do a lot of homework to get back up, caught back up to this lead pack. Now they can push back there, I believe. So we'll take a run back and let's just, for the heck of it, see if they are doing some pushing. Ed Ballinger back here, you know, I'm showing him in the 6th spot, no partner. But the front 6 now working tight together. Look at this, the front 6 working very good together. Or 5, excuse me. The front 5.
The front 5, Rudy, yeah.
I just seen that 54 in there, thought he was part of it. My bad. The front 5 nose to tail, and any one of these 5 right here can pull this win off. Because this time by, they're coming to 2 to go, Ed. 2 laps to go.
Oh, wow.
Dave Swindel's led every lap so far. And not give up that top spot at all.
Wonder who's going to be our biggest mover here.
I don't know, but I'll tell you, this is going to be, these next years is going to tell the tale, I believe. It's going to be who's going to be the strongest, and is Tom Heveron going to pull out on Dave Swindel and try to get this win away from Dave? Dave didn't do that to him on the 2nd segment. Dave stayed right there and pushed him, but...
We're talking about a clock, Rui.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
This is for the win.
It's all
right
about
here.
who's going to win the race, not who you're going to follow into the race.
I think we're going to see it. I think Tom's going to pull out, and I think somebody might try to go with him. They might try to go across the line 3 wide.
Now that will be a heck of a finish.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. And, you know, Dave Swindel's been in enough races that he has been in those close finishes where it was 1/1000th of a second different. Oh, man, he's been in enough of them. He knows what it's like.
You better make your move now because we have 1 lap to go.
Yes, sir. This is it. Final lap, folks. Segment 3 of the Pumpkin Bash put on by Old Farts League. And this is all what it come down to right here. This is the final lap. We see
Whoa, the
cars,
13 looking on the outside.
man, they're diving all over the place. Everybody trying to find somebody to work with. Go to the high side. They're going to be doing some blocking. Swindel is driving the wheels off of that thing. Holding a steady line, not going to give up that spot for anything. Is Tommy Heverin going to pull out?
It looks like he's going to follow him right through it, man. For a clock, I would have pulled out and gone.
Coming to the try over. Here they go. Has he got a run? Has he got enough?
No.
No.
Too late.
Swindel winning it.
Well, it's too late for him. He should have pulled out turn 4.
So Dave Swindel winning here today, winning the clock. Oh, man, great job by Dave Swindel. Whoo! Dang it, that come right up on my broadcast. Thank you. Oh, man, great win. Dave Swindel winning it. All right, let's get down here and see if we can't get a word in here, Dave.
Ron and Gerald Carroll to stay in the room for us for the interviews, please.
Nice win there, Dave.
Nice win, Dave. You and I will have to get together and get that mailing address so you can get you a wall hanger.
Robert F., sorry, we had connection problems, bud.
Yeah, no problem, bud. Good run, guys.
Dave Swindel, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy? I bet you I ain't got that set.
Good win, Dave.
I don't.
Rudy, change over to race control.
Dave Swindel, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, pal Rudy, what are you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dave, great win. You won the clock here tonight at the Old Farts League Pumpkin Bash. Great job. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about how you got there tonight.
Well, I really like the format. The guys really did a good job. All the old folks did a great job with this deal tonight. Everybody ran pretty clean. You know, first segment, Joe and I kind of got hooked up there, ran in the top 10. Then second segment, of course, Tom and I got hooked up and pushed Tom across the win. I think he returned the favor there. I mean, this win's as much Tom's as it is mine.
Well, it looked good from up here in the booth, I'll tell you that, Dave. It's good to see you in victory lane again, bro. It's been a while since I've seen you in victory lane. You've finished in a lot of these things where you know as well as I do, 1/1000th of a second, 2 or 3 1/1000ths of a second. That's how close they were. And I really kind of expected Tom to pull out on you, but you were right. He stayed there, and probably, like you said, it's just as much his win as it is yours. But it shows up on black and white that you're the winner. So congratulations here tonight, Dave. Good job.
Thanks, Rudy, and I'm going to say a big shout out to these guys putting us on this pumpkin bash. It was a lot of fun. Tom Heverin, I can't tell you how good he was tonight. He was really good. Fun to push, fun to follow, and this, I dedicate this one to him.
All right, well, good job out there, Dave, and congratulations again. Tom Heveron, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
Yeah, we just talked to you a little bit ago to there, and we were wondering if we were going to see a repeat winner, but no, a good job out there tonight, though. Tell us a little bit about you. Was you thinking about pulling out on Dave, or you were just going to just ride there?
Well, I felt like I owed him a little bit after just pushing me in the first one, so it was really fun racing with Dave. He was a quality partner out there, and I didn't want to mess it up for both of us till to the end there, so that's why I didn't even pull out until I got out to the tri-oval and tried to make a move. But he did a great job, and it was really great racing with him and the rest of the old parts. It was a really good show. Everybody did a good job.
Yes, it was. It was definitely a quality event put on here tonight by the Old Farts League, and great job coming home second spot, Tom. Congratulations to you. And I guess You got anybody you'd like to give a shout out to in this third segment here, or give a thank you to?
Oh, just Dave. You did a great job. Great win, Dave. And just as happy to see him win as me. So it was a good night overall, and I can thank everybody here for a good race.
Okay, Tom, and thank you, and again, congratulations coming home second spot. Gerald Carell, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
You bet. How you doing, Rudy?
Hey, I'm doing good. You're doing pretty good. You come home third spot tonight. I know you didn't get the clock, but you know what? That was one heck of a run you put on today. Good show. You know, I think we all enjoyed it up here in the booth. I know that. It was just great to see such good racing out there. You know, by all of you guys, actually. I'm not going to commend anyone individually. I'm just going to say overall, all of you put on a heck of a show here tonight. So, but congratulations, Gerald, coming home third spot. Tell us a little bit about your race out there today.
Yeah, I had a good time. I started 15th in the first one. Qualified not real good, but I just did a steady kind of march through the field, and I avoided like pretty much all the wrecks, and just had to fight my way back to the front. Had some good partners there. Mark was pushing me really good in the beginning there, and Derek and I teamed up together. Right there on that last lap, Frank pulled the move exactly like a half a second before I was going to pull the outside. Otherwise, I probably would have maybe got a second out there. Who knows?
10-4 on that, Gerald. Great run, though. I mean, congratulations to you again. And you want to give a shout-out to anybody or a thank you to anybody?
Thank Underdog for bringing me up to the front. We did it.
All right, Gerald. Great job and congratulations. All right.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for you guys hosting this thing.
Ed, that'll wrap it up here. Let's give the final results of this race here. Dave Swindel coming home the winner and winning the clock here in this event. The Pumpkin Bash put on by the Old Farts League. Great job and congratulations to Dave for winning that beautiful clock that they provided for him. So great job. Tom,
great job, Dave Swindel. Yes, awesome job. Great job for all these drivers tonight, Rudy. Definitely a good job today.
Tom Heveron coming in second spot, 41 thousandths of a second behind him. Gerald Carell in third. Frank I forget how I said that. Frank G. fourth. And James Harrington in fifth. Nick Versino sixth. Kevin Baker seventh. Donald King coming home eighth. Wow, where did Don come from? Great finish, Don. Ed Bellinger in ninth. Derek Cormier in 10th. Well, I hit the wrong doggone thing. I don't believe I did that. Too many buttons. Gary Schenk in 11th. Robert Felzine in 12th. Mark Robertson in 13th. Kirk Fielder 14th. Michael Campbell 15th. Terry Bellinger 16th. Tim Racino 17th. Doug Moore 18th. Michael D'Amico 19th. Joe Fisher 20th. Kevin Utley 21st. LG Whaley finishing 22nd after that tangle there with, I forget, Doug Moore or something there. And he got kind of bumped down to the inside. Doug Lemons 23rd. Ivan Schrum, I believe it is, in 24th. Earl Luttrell in 25th. Gary Lau in 26th. So, Ed, any last comments on this race here?
I thought it was an awesome race. Like you said, Rudy, we talked about that. You know, you had another segment here, the third segment, and we had 15 lap. You know it was going to be a shootout. I just glad that some of these drivers need to be a little patient more, maybe 8 to go instead of we went 4 laps or 5 laps when that big wreck came out. I know things happen on the track. They have another one. I mean, maybe they do a 3 segment like that again, Rudy. Maybe they'll think about what's going on the track before they make that. Try and making passes and sticking with the right people that you drive with on this track. But all in all, I thought it was a good race. All 3 segments are pretty good. At the end, it was awesome. Want to thank our 3 top drivers there, and like I said, Rudy, it's an awesome job, and we got some good drivers there, so that made the race anyways.
Yes, it did. I agree, Ed, 100%. The front 5 there that kind of had distanced themselves from the rest of the field put on a heck of a show up in the front. And I mean, we didn't want to take that away from anybody else back in the field, because I'm sure there was some great racing going on back there too. But with only being 15 laps on this last segment, kind of got to stick with it, what's going on up in the front. So I apologize to those drivers in the back. They didn't get a lot of TV time. But, if you were up in the front, we would have been on you too. So, but great race by everybody. And I wanted to thank the Old Farts League for asking us to broadcast this tonight. And this was, I want to especially thank Tommy Lee for getting us involved in this. And I appreciate that very much, Tommy.
Joined your channel.
And great run by everybody. And Tommy Lee's in here with us, I guess. Huh? Tommy, you there?
Yes, sir, Mr. Rudy.
Tommy, you want to give any last-minute comments on this, the whole ordeal here tonight? This has been very interesting and very fun.
I just want to say congratulations, of course, to Dave Swindel for bringing home the clock and the trophy. Especially want to give a big shout-out to you and Ed, Rudy, for being up here in the booth and commentating this thing for us, streaming it for us. Great show. I've heard nothing but excellent feedback. I had a couple guys that were also racing and streaming it live, and they said it was a great show. Got the link for everybody to go back and check it out that actually watched it that couldn't stream it live. They're going to go back and check it out and shoot us some feedback this way. But, yeah, we just want to give a real big thanks to you and Ed for doing this for us. Turned out great.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Tommy. Yeah, we try to just do our best. We just talk about what's going on in the race. So, but this was a fantastic event. You heard a lot of the drivers out there on the track say that they really had a blast out there tonight. And maybe it would be something you guys might want to think about doing again, Tommy, because I think the drivers, as many drivers that hung in there throughout the whole thing, they were really absorbed into this. So, great thought put into this whole event. So I know it takes a lot of work and a lot of time that, working guy just don't have the time to do, but y'all did a great job on it.
Well, we appreciate it, Rudy. Like I say, basically Earl kind of headed the thing, and myself and Gary Lowe kind of just there for support in it and just got everything running on it. We are looking at, especially with all the feedback that we've gotten so far, as to doing one around Thanksgiving. Another one kind of like this with the same format, just at a different track, maybe do like a 1.5 mile track.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be great, yeah. All right.
And, of course, we want you and Ed to come back and commentate it as well.
Definitely.
That'd be awesome. Thanks, Tommy.
Not a problem. So, all right, well, give me about 5 minutes, and I'll have this highlighted, and I can throw a link up here for anybody that wants to watch it. And that'll wrap it up. Any other last-second thoughts you want to throw in there, Tommy?
No, like I say, that's it. I mean, just like I say again, big congratulations to Dave Swindel, and big thank you to, of course, you and Ed for commentating and streaming it for us. Shout out to the Old Farts, Earl and Gary, for getting this thing put on. I think myself it ran real smooth and everything, so we look forward to doing more of them.
All right. Well, thank you a lot, Tommy. And that'll do it for the Old Farts League here, the Pumpkin Bash tonight. Dave Swindel winning the big clock. Congratulations to him and all the other drivers for running such good, clean races. And we'll see you next time.